So Icon, for those who don't know or haven't heard, we're a construction technology company. Sort of the charismatic megafauna of our company are like the large scale 3D printing robotics for printing buildings of all kinds. In the very earliest versions of our seed round, in fact, said like, we think this technology is disruptively important. We think the most impactful areas for this to be deployed, of course, are in residence, just like the sort of global housing crisis. But even in the seed deck, we were saying we think there's a profound opportunity here for the military and for military construction. And we think when it's time to build on other worlds, like this is going to be like the only game in town when it comes to building in space. That sort of seemed crazy 8 years ago, but in fact, that is what has been happening all along. And so we've been working with the military, the intelligence communities, and NASA for 6 or 7 years now. And it has sort of finally come to a head where like that business inside of Icon will grow about 500% this year. Wow. And it's now worth like a dedicated, focused effort, because there's like interesting ways that you do business development with a government customer. There's interesting legal arrangements. And of course, there's just like a sharp point on what the technology needs to do. Everybody wants faster and cheaper, but there are some things that are weighted more highly in a military and intelligence environment, survivability.
What are they? Because I mean, obviously building faster, yes. Cost for the military is not as important as for the single mom or dad we talked about earlier, who's trying to make a living, but speed, I would think, and quality.
Speed, that's right. Speed is a big deal. And they have a special word for quality called survivability. I mean, these have to be like quite safe depending on sort of the situations soldiers and people in the military are in. And so they have this like extreme sensitivity to survivability and durability of the things that they build. They also are very sensitive they often operate in places where they don't have easy access to a complicated supply chain or a lot of skilled labor. And, a wall system, which is primarily the thing we automate with the technology today, a typical wall system is going to take 15 to 20 people to build in about 60 days. And our system builds that same wall system in the residential space with about 2 people in a week.
Wow.
And so you shrink the labor requirement by 6/7, right? And our supply chain are things that are like globally and ubiquitously available. In fact, some of the next generation work we'll be doing for the military is literally learning to use in situ resources, like the materials around you to build whatever you need in the moment.
That's the big unlock in my mind, because
right.
You use concrete.
Yep. We use we call it formcrete. It's a concrete that needs to do some special things and take form. If you use, standard concrete, it flows and then you end up with a puddle instead of a house.
Right.
If you use a lot of the traditional ways to like quick set concrete, you end up with a brick instead of a robot because it sets up in the machine. And so it's some pretty specialized concrete, but the base ingredients are ingredients that are like available everywhere in the world.
And as you know, I'm obsessed with a lot of technologies, including my Plaud pin. It's time for us to applaud. Golf clap. Plaud. As you can see here, I have it on my t-shirt. How did I get it on my t-shirt? I didn't use the clip you usually see me use when I'm wearing a suit. Well, I'm in Tahoe, so I'm not suited up. It has a magnetic one, so you can put it right behind you. Then, Alex, I got you on the Plaud train. I'm recording my Plaud right now. So if I have any ideas, like, I should go to the emergency room and get my pinky, which I dislocated playing basketball yesterday, and make sure I send a note, I can do that. And you just flashed your Plaud, Alex, and you're using the attachment that lets you wear it like a wristband. Yeah. Which is kind of cool too. It's totally privacy first because you have a button, you press it, the red light goes on. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows what you're doing. For meetings, it's amazing. People say, well, why wouldn't you just use your phone? Getting your phone out, opening an app, starting it, closing it. Okay, all that's great. It's going to take you 30 seconds, a minute. Whereas here, you just press the button, 1 second or less, and you're recording. And it's got multiple microphones on it. And the battery lasts forever. And if your phone's in your bag or your jacket and you're skiing, but you want to leave it on like a lunatic all day, Alex, I just leave it on when I'm skiing. And I just talk to myself when I'm skiing alone. If I ever go down in a tree well or whatever, it'll be my last will and testament.
Didn't we just talk about you not skiing alone anymore like 10 days ago? It wasn't that far back, man.
But anyway, we have a promo code. People can get a good deal, I think, on a Plaud, yeah?
Yes, we do. If you go to plaud.ai, plaud.ai/twist, use the code twist, save 10%. Jason, I'm using mine to take ideas for blog posts when I'm out and about. Love it. And because I have the wristband, my children can't yank it off my body. So not really a clip-on guy yet, but give me like 5 years to have older children, and then I'll be able to, safely wear it like that. But yeah, I'm loving it. Lon's loving it. You're loving it. Kind of a hit here at Twist HQ.